Who doesn't love a delicious hearty bowl of chili, especially on a cold day? Today I share with you my go-to homemade version that is easy enough for any night of the week. Hey guys! So first, to get started on our weeknight chili, I'm prepping my onion and some garlic. So this is the base. It's going to build flavor for our chili. And as you can see, I'm in my sweatshirt. Why? Because we are making comfort food. I'm nice and cozy. The only thing we'll need at the end of making this chili is a good book and a cozy blanket and a couch. Because that is the best way to eat chili, right? All right, so I'm just going to dice my onion, mince my garlic, and then begin sauteing. All right, medium heat. You want a little bit of oil in the bottom of your heavy bottom pot. So here I have a small 4-quart Dutch oven. And I remember when I first started cooking, and I would follow recipes, especially in those great gourmet magazines. They were my favorite. I have one in particular, Bon Appetit, my favorite. And I remember I was really young. They called for a Dutch oven, and I thought, what is a Dutch oven? And we didn't have the internet like we did back then, so I couldn't really look it up and Google it. There was none of that. And for the longest time, I didn't know what a Dutch oven was. But here, this is your Dutch oven. So it's a heavy cast iron type of pot. It can go from the stove into the oven and it cooks beautifully. Even cooking, nice heavy pot, a great investment. So I do love this pot. All right, so I'm just gonna saute my onion until it's tender before I add the garlic. All right, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, saute your garlic. And now I have 1 pound, roughly about 1 pound of 85% lean ground chuck. This is my weeknight go-to chili. The 85% ground chuck works great. I get it done quickly. I don't have to grind anything. And I'm gonna show you how to make this meat uber tender. There is a trick to cooking ground chuck, and I'm going to show you how. So first thing we want to do, obviously, just break up this meat. We just want to keep breaking it up, and we're going to saute it until it's brown. So we got our heat cranked up to about medium-high. So I saute the onions and garlic about on medium, and now I cranked up the heat to medium-high. Season the meat, salt and pepper. And then once all that raw flavor is cooked out and it's nice and sauteed, we'll add our spices. So our beef is beautifully browned. Now for the spices. So here I have chili powder, ground cumin, ancho chili powder, some smoked paprika, and cayenne. So that smoked paprika, so just a little bit of that smoked paprika gives it a great flavor. So now we just want to toast the spices, toss it in with the meat. You want to make sure every piece of that meat is coated in with those spices, so that way it's super flavorful. All right, now I have 1 can of diced fire roasted tomatoes. I love those fire roasted tomatoes. It really adds a great element of flavor versus just your regular tomatoes. So give that a toss. A little bit of chicken stock. So this is going to help to braise the meat when we then simmer it. That way it gets really tender. Then I have 1 can of baby red kidney beans. So I like the baby ones. They're just a little bit smaller. They're nicer. They have a good mouthfeel. So drain them, rinse them. Super important to rinse them. In they go. So you want a little bit of salt and pepper. So we're going to bring it to a gentle boil, then reduce it to a simmer. clean up my workspace here. And then I'm gonna put a lid on it and let it braise and cook low and slow for about 45 minutes. And in that time, you're home from work, you're letting it cook 45 minutes, go take a bath. Go change your clothes, get nice and comfy and cozy, and 45 minutes later, you have your delicious hearty bowl of chili. It's been 45 minutes. Our chili looks delicious. So by braising it low and slow, chuck meat, it's a tough cut. You have to braise it to break down those tough connective tissues, and it becomes so tender. The best bowl of chili. So you could just serve this right out of the pot, super easy, super casual, whatever condiments you have, whatever ones you love, maybe a little cilantro, some lime wedges. I like sliced jalapenos. You could add hot sauce, sour cream, do any one, all of them, or none. It's totally up to you. I love freshly squeezed lime juice right over my chili. And I love heat jalapenos, can't get enough. Little sour cream to cool that jalapeno. And that is the perfect little bowl of chili. So I'm just having a taster right now. Typically, I'd make this bowl a lot bigger. The ultimate comfort food. The meat is so tender. It's so delicious with all those spices, super flavorful. You get that slight smokiness from the smoked paprika. This is so good. Check out my weeknight chili recipe. Head over to the newspaper's website, look it up, enjoy it. Thanks for joining me. I'm Shereen will Cook This. See you next time.